you remind me of, this vision that you have. It reminds me a lot of just, people that are doing similar things or have done similar things. Just to name a few. With the technology, I know, God rest his soul, rest in peace. Nipsey
Yeah,
had that initiative that, it wasn't just an initiative. He had already built this,
yeah,
after school type of program thing to just really give the kids something to do,
yeah,
in his community, and he was trying to empower them through
right,
tech.
right.
You know, I know Steve Harvey. I don't really, on your previous podcast, you mentioned ET, and I know ET. Definitely, he's amazing. Somebody that I'm more, that I'm a little bit more in tune with is Steve
Yeah,
Harvey as a motivational speaker or as
I
a
love Steve
speaker.
Harvey too. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Because I knew Steve Harvey, like a lot of us knew him
yeah.
as a comedian, as the kings of comedy and all of that stuff. But then when you start seeing that this man actually
Right,
gets into his motivational bag,
right,
and when he
right.
starts talking, so I
Imagination is the preview.
right,
Come on.
right. This man is just,
Yeah, yeah,
at however old he is, but
yeah.
I know he's got some type of camp or something that he does for kids,
Yes, in
whether it's
Texas, 1,100 kids, 1,100 kids, and 1,100 single moms. Yeah,
right. So I know he does that. I know Charlemagne has talked about, has linked up with him to do that before, and things like that. But no, that your vision is definitely out there, and I know there's something that you're trying to do specifically with it, and keep going, man. Like it ain't until you reach the level of a Steve or this or that, bro. It's happening.
but see, the thing about it is, I love everything that all of those guys are doing, man.
Yeah,
And I don't mean to sound arrogant or anything, but I'm the catalyst to multiply it. I'm that point one.
yeah,
You get
yeah.
where I'm coming from?
Hmm.
Listen. Give me a Charlemagne, a Steve Harvey, a Nipsey, and bring us all together. No, you get what I'm saying? How how far you think that thing would be nuclear?
Yeah,
They all are. We're
yeah.
all great within our, but you bring it
Doing their
together,
own things. Yeah.
nuclear, bro.
And that's why we got to come together, because
Exactly,
you're
because somebody gonna connect to this, and then yeah, we'll all be in the same room. We'll all be
yeah.
in the same room, and they'll be like, "Who's this crazy little bro? Bro, I'm nothing." But listen, I'm listen. Y'all been famous for a minute. Y'all didn't start doing this. Y'all didn't start doing this till y'all was famous.
Yeah,
I,
yeah,
I've been doing it since nothing. I
yeah,
see, I see it a little different.
yeah,
Now, I'm not a person that's out here begging or anything, but what I mean, if you want to go certain way, I see things a little different than you. You got your perspective once you got there. I had this perspective from nothing. This has been, and I was born innately with this. My
wow,
parents didn't have nothing and was giving away stuff. We never had a Thanksgiving with all these kids by ourselves. My dad would be like, if they don't have a family, they coming to us.
wow, wow,
You get where I'm coming from.
yeah,
I remember we had a new van. Well, it wasn't brand new, but it was our first new van ever.
yeah,
My dad gave it to this family that had less kids than us, but they needed it more than we did.
wow,
Dad always said, "Well, God, man, 2 plus 2 don't equal 4."
yeah,
He said more.
yeah.
So this was innately built up within
That's what,
me. So if I can give to you when I don't have nothing monetarily,
right. And man, we definitely gotta not just. I know you're gonna do it, but we gotta definitely stick together, stick to that plan, stick to the vision, hold
definitely,
each other accountable to
definitely,
our visions,
definitely.
and because you when you make it, man, you can't just be jet setting across the world, the vacation in Cancun and in Bora Bora, Bruh, we need you back here, bruh. We need you doing
Look,
some
look,
stuff.
look, check this out. Check this out. Check this out. On vacation in Bora Bora, guess what? That I bet you that they have a big old floaty with a tiny message on it.
That's what's up, man.
Hey,
Yeah, just don't
no,
forget it, man.
it's just like I said, man. It's
Don't
it's
forget.
a beautiful thing, and it's going to be there. I say by the end of 2021, this needs to be worth over $100 million. Period. And I'm not saying that for me to have $100 million. I keep 10, you know. No, that 90 gonna wreak havoc though. You get what I mean? Like that 90, you know, just example. But yeah, you gotta speak it. I should have said $1 billion.
Yeah.
But
Say billion.
I spoke it, and
Yeah.
it's going to happen, bro. It's going to happen.
I see
And
it, bro.
we're gonna help so many people, man. And in the meantime, I'm gonna help myself too. Because when you level up, you gotta level up.
Mm-hmm.
You know where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
When you level up, you gotta level up. So one thing, and I'll be accountable right on here, and people can hold me accountable. It's just like, hey, all right, I want to level up. All right, so now this is just for me now. It's just for me. You're more visual. People see you more and whatnot. And it's not just because of people. I've been talking about doing it myself before this. It's like, hey, I always wanted to tighten up that little back fat, get cleaned up with a nice little tailor suit. You know, you can accentuate your body and it looks nice and you clean cut. Well, I want to do a whole, matter of fact, I'm going to do a whole photo shoot with a bunch of different suits and jackets and sweaters and vests with different tiny message signs. Talk about
That's
self,
what's up.
and I'm holding myself accountable for that.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
So I'm gonna be in the gym, and I'm gonna have a tiny message sign right next to me while I'm working out.
That's what's up.
So you how you gotta bear your own burden and carry your own cross. But why you bring that sign? That's my own encouragement. I'm sorry, don't mind that. If it encourages you, okay, cool. That's what I'm gonna do. Y'all gonna see me at the gym with my tiny message sign. It's gonna be for me. You can get this message, but that was gonna be mine for that day, y'all. I gotta be selfish about it.
Yeah, do what you got. Yeah, and even me, man. I have my ways of indulging and of just taking care of myself. Things that I remember a few years ago. I was studying for this certification exam, and bro, one of the hardest exams that I'd ever took. I think I passed that thing by like 1 point. That 0.1, bro.
Hey, that's where it matters. That's why that point was.
All right, bro. I passed it by like, and that same year I just gotten this, this big promotion. Or it wasn't really a promotion, but I applied for a job that was like a big step up. I became a manager, director. I told you about that. And so it was kind of around the same time that happened, and then I got the results that I had passed. This course that I had been studying for months for, And so after that, I was just like, man, I need to do something for myself. I'm gonna get me this robe, that I always been wanting, and I went and got it, and just you gotta find ways to reward and take care of yourself.
Right.
We as much as we work hard and we pour out and we give and we're giving so much of ourselves to work, to just everything else, our families, our whatever, other people. You have to be able to come back and relax, do your self-care. Do your self-care, whatever that means, and that's why I like to travel, every now and then and just go enjoy somewhere on a beach.
I gotta first I need to learn how to swim because I really want to go
Bro,
snorkel.
me too. Dude, Dude, I went snorkeling just before the pandemic in Cancun, bro.
Yeah.
I can't swim, so I was out with celebrating a friend's birthday in Cancun. They had invited a bunch of us, and we were doing that whole, like, boat party type of thing,
Yeah.
where it was like a all white, like everybody was wearing white, blah blah blah. And then they pulled. We were far out, we'd been on the boat for like 3 hours or something, and they were like, "Oh yeah, yeah, we, anybody that wants to snorkel," and they had all the stuff, all the flippers, the equipment, right? Now I can't swim. I've never been able to swim. I can get in the pool and doggy paddle and probably get across the pool, struggling, but I can't swim.
Yeah.
But I wanted to do this in Cancun, not just I just wanted to do this, say that I've been snorkeling, and I remember everybody else, like, put their stuff on and jumped off the boat. They're swimming, they were going out there, and I was the last one, bro. I was the last one. I'm like, should I?
Oh, no, no.
I was the last one, so I'm like, man, I got to do it because I'm not no punk. I'll do it.
Bro, you a punk in the water, bro. I'm trying to tell you that water ain't
But
no joke.
so I put my stuff on. I had the stuff on, and I'm trying to decide, should I do it, should I not? I jump in the water, bro. I jump in the water, or I didn't jump in, like, but
Yeah, yeah. Little
I
hop,
got,
the
yeah, I
hopping.
get in, and immediately panic hits me. Like, I start panicking, like, because I'm in the ocean.
Bro,
Like,
I know.
I'm like a panic attack. I'm hyperventilating. I'm like, it's just crazy, and I'm like, I'm just, bro. I ain't gone nowhere. I'm still like right by the boat, like,
Yeah, yeah,
but I'm
yeah.
just panicking. I'm like, just innately, my body knows, like, oh my god, I'm about to.
Right, right.
So thankfully, I was still able to grab onto, like, there was a little rope that was coming off the boat. I grabbed onto it. I was trying to maneuver myself. I grabbed onto it, and I'm like, well, I still got to do this, So I dip my head in the water, open my eye. I see I see like two fish. Pull it back up, and I'm all right. I'm cool. I did it. I'm good. Mama. That was my snorkeling story, man. And I struggled, and I grabbed the rails and got and climbed back up on the boat. And my friends were on the boat, like, man, we seen you struggling, man. You struggling for a second. I'm like, yeah, I know, but I did it. I had to do it. But
Oh man, I'm so weak,
it
bro. I'm
it
so weak.
was yeah, it was amazing, man.
I'm so
This
weak.
this is yeah, but man, this has been good, man. Let me what let me ask, what's the biggest, what's your reach right now? I know you got what, like, I don't want to misquote. I want to say about 14,000
12,
follow on
12.
Instagram, 12,000 followers, something like that on Instagram. What is the reach of what has been you're like, whoa, I can't believe it. Whoa, really? Like, what has been the biggest reach that has just surprised you with these messages? Like, let's say, how far have they gotten as of this point that
Um,
you're just like, whoa, it just takes you back. It just like,
landing in the airport, landing in the airport in Detroit,
okay.
and a person from Houston that knew me told a person at Michigan that knew me that never seen it.
Oh, wow.
But I didn't directly know that person from Houston.
Oh, wow. 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 So they had seen the signs, they had seen the Instagram, whatever, and they told somebody that happened to know you in Michigan.
Right. No,
Wow.
at the airport.
Oh, at the air.
I knew was landing at the airport, and they knew this person, and that person happened to know them, and they were telling them more about my movement
Than you.
them that I
Yeah.
knew. than what I.
Wow. That's amazing, bro. That is amazing, man. This thing is already big. It's already big. Like you just got to keep at it, man. Keep
Yeah,
going.
I really care less about the amount of followers.
Yeah.
I want the impact, bro.
That's what I'm trying to say. You have it, and that's
Yeah,
that's why I asked that question. What's the
yeah,
big? What's the reach that's just wowed you so far? Like whoa,
yeah.
or even let me.
And then like people that you kind of don't even associate with anymore, like from your old days, and they'll message you. Or they'll see you around like they saw me around Thanksgiving in the grocery store. So my sister was feeling down, and I was like, "Did you go look at My last name is Weatherspoon. Did you go look at Weatherspoon's message today?"
Wow.
Like
Yeah.
what? Like what?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I told my sister, "Did she go look at your message today?" Because she was actually feeling down. I'm like, "Yo, you didn't see what he said today." And I'm like, I mean, I don't think of it like that, but you get
Yeah.
what I'm saying,
Yeah.
and I'll get DMs like, "Hey, what can I do to help you? What can I do to help support?" And right now, I don't have a direct answer. I'm like, "Hey, just keep networking and sharing and
Yeah.
support." But the thing that's the reach. That's the reach is if I'm reaching into you. So it's not necessarily is it being passed to
Yeah.
if everybody if everybody on Instagram reposted it, okay, that would be great awareness. But I don't want you to repost it. I want you to post it.
Mm.
So I'd rather you don't even repost it if you're gonna post it in you.
Right.
So post that message inside you.
Right.
I'd rather that.
Wow. That's amazing, man. That's incredible. If you could just in wrapping up, we've been on there almost an hour and a half, uh, or about an hour and a half. But if you could just, if you could look back at, or if you could look at somebody right now, and I know this is right up your alley of what you do. This feeds right into. If you could look at somebody right now or even if you could go back and look at your go back to and give a message to your previous self or to yourself 10 years ago or at whatever you would have considered your lowest point, you know, um, what would it be? What would you say? What would you say to either yourself, to that person that's struggling right now? What would it be? What would it be? And my follow-up question to that would be, what has been the biggest lesson that you've learned in all of this? Two
Well,
things.
when you know how they always say, look at the man in the mirror.
Yeah.
And for the most part, I can't speak for everyone. We all love movies,
Okay. Yeah.
and it always has an antagonist, and it has we all love a feel good story of somebody that went through something and then they overcome it, and the movie's all like ah. Well, if you survived 100% of your bad days, aren't you the same person? So what I would tell my old self is simply this: be the hero in your own movie,
Okay.
because you are going through something, and this character is developing because we develop character. But once that character is formed, you actually look up at that person. You be like, "Hey, that's Batman. Hey, that's Spider-Man. That's Wolverine."
Yeah.
But why don't you look at yourself like I'm like, "Hey, that's Douglas, man."
Yeah.
Yeah. So be your own hero in your own movie. Be your hero in your own movie, and it's easier said than done. But imagine if you actually put in the thought and the culmination what they do to make a movie, and you did
Yeah.
that in your own self internally,
Right.
and stop limiting your thinking because you're amazing. You just gotta know what it is. You gotta figure it out.
Yeah.
That's it.
What's the biggest lesson that you've learned? Would it be that?
Limitations, limiting yourself, period. Like limiting yourself.
Don't
Because
limit
you
yourself.
don't think that it's possible. Um, well, you don't think it's possible, but when you do it, actually do it. I mean, think about it. I didn't think it was possible at first.
Yeah.
And then I tell you it can be $100 million, and you're like, oh yeah, you're gonna do it. If a person, okay, all right, for example, you tell a person, that's a baby, and they be like, oh, I want to be a doctor, a firefighter, a psychiatrist, blah blah blah. They're gonna say, oh, you can do it. Cool.
Yep.
Then you get older, and you get in these your friend circles, and you got all these negative folks, and they keep saying, "Ah, oh, I'm just a cashier. They don't even need an apply," and then somebody got transferred somewhere, and they just happened to move one of y'all that was talking negative, that wasn't even asking for it, into that position. So it was already there. That position was already going to be coming open, because you didn't know that person was planning to leave. But if you were actually putting in the work to do it, to stop limiting yourself, you would have got that position anyway. And they just flipped the coin. Oh, that's that negative rule, but we got to move somebody up. They do know the systems, but we're going to move them up. But you limited yourself the whole time, limiting yourself. Doors open every day. Which one you want to walk through?
Wow.
So if
Wow.
you stay in that negative circle, which I did, but then I disconnected myself. When you get better, you are going to get a little lonelier, but you're only getting lonelier because you associating that with what you were. But if you what you were, you can never understand what you to become.
Right. Wow.
You get what,
That's yeah.
yeah, you get what
You
I'm saying? You got to
you keep
sacrifice who you are for what you want to become.
yeah.
Because you can't be that same 16-year-old and try and operate in this 34-year-old body.
Yeah.
You got to sacrifice that. That's gone.
It's a lot of there's a couple of little stories that I want that reminds me of that I've heard over the years. It's the first one that I'll tell you is like it's like the eagle that was raised amongst chicken, literally. Right? He was no, this is an eagle. He was born
Yeah.
an eagle,
Yep.
but he was maybe adopted by
Yep.
family, a chicken or whatever. And
Yep.
you know what? He grew up with his other brother chicklets or whatever, and blah blah blah, and they doing chicken stuff, and they just, you know.
Yep.
And this eagle doesn't thinks he's a chicken, but he's really an eagle because
Correct.
guess what? This is what he's around. This is what he sees. This is what he knows.
Correct.
You know, and but until he's able to, until Lion King. I only saw Lion King like last year or 2 years ago, right? Wasn't it the girl, the little girl, lion came and found it was a Simba and told him, "Yo, you're a lion, you're a king."
Nala.
Not okay, right? Until somebody can come and say, "Hey, you're not a chicken. You're supposed to be
Right.
up and way higher than this." You
Correct.
know, never does that. Second story, I've heard of people, or not. It's a story about a classroom. You know, the teacher passed out a test. It's like a math test or something, and they're about to start working on it. The kids, and he tells them, "Yo, everybody, don't." He tells them that the last problem, the last question on that they shouldn't worry about it. He put that in there accidentally, that there's no way, like there's no answer for that. That is an equation that they've never been able to figure out, that he forgot to remove that. It's an accident. Don't work on that. And so he wrote it on the board, ignore, don't, he didn't write on the board. Sorry. He just told them at the start of the test. A kid came in late. Kid came in late. He didn't hear the announcement. Got his test, sat down, solved his problem, gave it back to the teacher. Teacher looks at it, stunned. He doesn't know how to solve that problem as the teacher.
Mhm.
no expert knows how to solve that problem. But this guy, because he didn't get that same limiting information,
Right. Right.
that this is unsolvable, don't even try it.
Right.
He goes on and solves this problem. So
Right.
a lot of there's limits that we put on ourselves. There's limits that society puts on us. There's limits that culture and whatever else you want to talk, we want to say puts on us, and you really have to be able to shake that off and go beyond,
Right.
and really just take off.
Right. No, you're right, and like I'm a living example, because I literally, rather somebody else does this tomorrow or something, I know I was the first person to solve this equation and start doing it.
Yep. Bro, you did. You did it, man.
No,
Yeah,
you get what and I'm doing it, and I'm constantly, because
yeah.
that's what I'm since it's, I can tell you this, since it's starting at the beginning of the next month, I'm actually going to, how I put the little captions under the signs?
Yeah.
Well, I'm actually going to start recording the video, like the Instagram Reels, because Instagram Reels actually get more impressions.
Oh, really?
And I'm going to speak those.
Okay.
So I'm going to hold the sign and I'll speak the caption now.
Okay.
So I'm taking the tiny messages, because I'm bringing it back together, because what you don't know is that I started it off with videos. Then you brought the signs. Now
Yeah.
we
You're bringing them together. That's
You know,
what's up, man. Man, I can't wait to see you on time. I can't wait to see this on TV. I can't wait to see you, on Good Morning America. I can't wait to see you like this. I can't wait to see the kids, that vision is behind, right?
Mhm.
And it's for,
Right.
the families, the kids, the people that you want to pour into an impact on a macro level.
Right.
I can't wait to see that happening, man. You got something. You came up on something, and you've been faithful with it. And I know we already see how it's multiplying. It's only going to get bigger. It's only going to get bigger. So,
Hey, I definitely appreciate you, man. Like, you didn't have to speak to me. Your friend didn't have to speak to me.
nah, man.
That's the beauty of us actually being open and
Yeah.
willing to learn each other, learn amongst each other, and also just grow and build. Because I mean, this is every time I do these, it's enjoyable. You don't have to ask me twice, bro. I say yes like that. Now, I don't care about that. I don't care about that. We found something common, and it was for growth. I didn't know your story. You didn't know my story, but stuff you've told me, the stuff I've told you, I'm sitting there like, this is dope.
Yeah.
This is dope. And you just was talking about that other thing, and then never mind. We got to talk about that offline. But things in your life, the way your attitude is, things in your life are going to multiply to that 0.1, bro. Some of us get multiplied by 0.3. Some of us get 0.5. Some of us get multiplied by 0.001. But are we multiplying something? And you're multiplying, and you're helping other people multiply. I the same. And so as long as we're within that same radius, it ain't gonna do nothing but keep growing.
Definitely, man. Definitely. I definitely feel it, and I definitely know it. And so again, like I said, I can't wait to see your success, because again, that success, like I know that success, not saying that is my success, but I can celebrate that.
Oh, I know what you're saying. Hey,
yeah, like I could,
bro,
like
I can't wait to see it.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yes.
your win is my win.
Yes.
Like we all can win out here, man. So I can't wait for that. And definitely, man, we'll definitely got to have you back on here at some point, man. And this was amazing. I appreciate you taking the time, especially, man. And that's again goes to show that humility that you were talking about, just being humble, because you could have said, man, look at, man, I got, I'm this and that. I got 10,000 followers. You ain't got But 100, you ain't, I ain't coming. How many people you got on your podcast? No.
Hey, you worried?
But
Listen, what's your intent? You worried about the wrong thing as far as whoever that person is. You worried
yeah,
about the
yeah. So you definitely wasn't like that. Yeah, so I appreciate it. And then especially, you taking the time in the middle of, going for a funeral, I didn't even know any of that, so again, my condolences, but even more so, it goes to show just how selfless you are. And so definitely, man, definitely appreciate it. Thank you so much. This has been amazing.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Looking
Definitely.
forward to talking to you again, man.
Definitely, man. And thank you for everyone that's listening. I hope you've enjoyed the podcast. And I can't forget. Let's why don't you drop all your handles and just tell people where they can find you.
Yeah, my tiny messages on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter.
Okay.
On Snapchat, they don't let you change your name. It's just Uggy Dougie.
Bro, this is all good, man.
And then on Facebook, it's just tiny messages, tiny space messages, y'all.
Okay. Yeah, my tiny messages. These are tiny messages that are changing the world, literally. But it's ridiculous how it really is tiny. It's a small thing that you're doing, but it's so impactful.
Yeah.
And it's reaching so many people. And so with that, again, appreciate you for coming on. Thank you all for listening. This has been another amazing episode of Highlighting Greatness with Sayo.
Thank you.